On the 16th of May, which just coincidentally happened to be my birthday, Ghost of Tabor released a patch 0.10.1, which added the secure containers into Ghost of Tabor. And from the moment I laid my eyes on the Omega Secure container, the container which had the craziest requirements, that of being level 65 and having all traders at level 5, I knew that that was gonna be my goal for the wipe. And slowly but surely, through the usual grind, I had, on the 11th of June, obtained the Alpha Secure container for myself. But obviously that wasn't enough for me, so I immediately set to work on the Omega Secure container. However, I had made a pivotal mistake. During my quest for Trader Level 5 on the Tabor Rehabilitation Hospital, I had decided to take up one of the worst quests possible for getting the Omega Secure container. That quest is known as complete 10 raids without killing or dying. And the reason why this quest was so terrible was because while it was great and fast for leveling up the Tabor Rehabilitation Hospital, it was terrible for overall XP gains, which would soon come to bite me. At the end of my level 5 trader grind, I had realized that I had only reached level 53, which meant that I only had 12 more levels to go. But wipe was nearing, and there were rumors that it was going to happen in July. So naturally, I started panicking. Because wipe events are happening, and currently I'm only at level 58 and nowhere near 500k. But yeah, I've just been like constantly worrying about the event and everything, cause I'm actually really the thing is that I'm actually really close to getting the Omega Secure container. I started doing a lot of offline recording, scrambling in general, just to complete as many quests as I possibly could. And at this point in time, I had made one of the biggest and funniest fatal mistakes that any YouTuber could ever get. I got a job.
Thing you could ever see, you guys, on the mystery box. It's so.
Jokes aside, having a job was great for my financial stability. However, it was not great for my goals of obtaining the Omega Secure container in Tabor. And what ended up happening was that I realized that I took for granted the time that I had spent not playing Tabor while I was unemployed. And so, with 12 levels to get to, the grind began. Raid after raid, quest after quest. Things were beginning to feel impossible, and with the ever-looming threat of the wipe happening around, things got really bad, and I started having panic attacks on stream. So I'm actually dead serious. Like, it's like typically I'm like, oh, you know, just chilling, relaxing, having fun. It has not been that. The past couple of days I've been running on 5 hours of sleep recently because I've been really serious about getting this secure container, and I will absolutely not let anything get in my way. I really like I don't like cuz I'm fucking because I'm employed, so I barely have any time to play as this. At the time that I do have, I literally have to either play like just very late into the night, or which means that my job is gonna get affected, and I haven't had a lot of sleep in recent, which I know is bad for me, but at the very least I need I need to get to level 59 today. But why was the Omega Secure Container so important to me? I was a PvE player after all, so surely it didn't matter as much, right? Well, initially, before I had got my employment, I wanted to get the Omega Secure Container as a form of showing that I can finish Ghost of Tabor, so to speak, and that I can prove that PvE, despite its boringness and grind, can still be just as fun and as captivating to play as PvP. With me being not as efficient as I could be in grinding the quests, things started to look bad. It was nearing the wipe in July, and I was nowhere near level 65. But then, I got blessed by one pivotal turning point during my grinding, the wipe event. With the wipe event basically turning Chodov Mall into basically a war zone and deathmatch, it was the golden ticket for farming XP. Initially, I would try to stay in as long as possible with an LMG, just shooting everybody that comes in sight, which would prove to be the best possible strategy for farming XP. But at that point in time, I hadn't realized that kill streak XP was a thing, and I was exfilling within 10 minutes, which would grant me about 60 to 80,000 XP at per raid. While this was good, it was nowhere near what I could have been earning. But later, while recording the video where I talk about my military days while using the new M240B, I had discovered something very curious. When I stayed in raid for about 20 minutes or so, the amount of average Phoenixes that I had killed had racked up to 100 to 150,000 XP per raid. This was huge for my grind. I was already on the path to level 65 before this, but getting 150,000 average XP per session had really expedited the process in which I would level up. And so the grind continued. Match after match, raid after raid. Nothing was gonna stop me from it. I was running on 5 hours of sleep every night because I was staying up late to grind Tabor. And during my worst week in my job employment, which unfortunately gave me the decision to resign from my job, it happened. I had got to level 65. And with that out of the way, the only thing left was the final mission. So, it's finally come to this, huh? Level 65 in Ghost of Tabor. Honestly, I don't think I could have done this without the mall rush. So I think I'm actually really fortunate for this white being specifically what it was. My whole strategy was to uh basically load into mall with the M240B and then just gun down everything I saw in my path. And at the very end right here at the not context missions, I believe on Yuri, yes, we have the final mission, or you would consider selling your own mama for them. Alright, so, let's take a look at what we got. 6B102 and an Alton, that's not very difficult. Kill 100 Fenix while using 50 A or 50 BMG. That's also not that difficult. I can definitely load into a couple different matches. Kill 80 Fenix from at least 90 meters away while using bolt action rifles. Alright, so we have an AWM on our hands. So we have AWM. This one, we can also use an AWM. This one we can use either. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna and then okay, 3 car batteries and 2 GPUs. It's not really gonna be much of an issue. If you've watched my stream at all, ignore that. I just so happen to specifically have 3 car batteries for this very occasion. Completely unintended, but you know what, like it's a good thing. It's a good thing that this happened anyway. Uh, Honestly, I was gonna have this bit in mind where I was gonna be like wait, I need 2 GPUs, and then I would scream really loud. I'd be like fuck, and then it would cut away to like it would cut and then it would cut away to this, and then I would just stare at it and be like, oh, uh wait, I need 2 GPUs, fuck, oh, uh but you know what? That's low key fake as shit. So I thought it would have been funny at the time, but you know what? It's like at this point, do we even really need to pretend? Like I've spent so long like grinding the game. Let's not there's no need to pretend here or anything. So these two are already done. So we need a 6B102 chest rig and an Alton helmet. I do have an Alton helmet, but I don't have a 6B102. Alright, so right out the gate we're now on island. We have a bunch. I don't doesn't look like this place is overrun yet, which is I guess would be a good thing since So what is our goal? What is our quest again? We need to kill 80 Fenix from at least 90 meters away while using bolt action rifles, and then this is extra. It's not required, but it would be a nice touch if we could get that at the same time. So right out the gate, there's gonna be 2 Fenixes here. So alright, well that wasn't a headshot, but you know what? Alright, so once again, you are a 0 Foxtrot. You're wearing C1 300 armor. Alright, so this is what I like to do. You know what it feels like right now? If you ever played Dead by Daylight, there's this one iridescent add-on called the for the Death Slinger that if you kill them from the max distance, you can insta down them because it gives them the exposed status effect. I mean, it just seems like I need to do a crap ton of That's 3 bullets gone. Actually, okay, so if this guy isn't here, then okay, I can still do this. All I have to do is take this way down and then go out here, snipe him from here. Okay, we're problem solving. I think for the 50 AE one, I will probably just like bring like literally like a 6B43 and then literally like bring as many like 50 AE bullets as possible, and then that's what I'll end up doing. Crap. I'm gonna get some distance. Surprised that didn't even kill him. It looked like it would have hit even if it wasn't a headshot. Yeah, that was definitely a headshot, right? Was it? Okay, yeah, it was. Actually, both. Holy shit. Been a while since I've sniped. I had like a sniping phase, maybe like, I don't know, when did I make that, when the art of bat sniping in Ghost of Tabor, whenever I made that, was when I had a sniping phase, and then basically like, at that point in time suspension of disbelief. Also, sometimes it gets kind of janky when you do that, even though I just did that. Huh. That's crazy. Yeah, if only it was anything other than bolt action snipers. Still quite a number of, you know, kills to get. Do the boys in the fish at the fish area spawn on day now? I remember someone saying something around the lines of that, but you know, then again, they could have just been lying. Looks like the guy's inside, so it doesn't say headshots, right? Thing. My man flew. Oh, they do spawn. They are here. That is very, very curious. Alright. Well, if I can get more kills here, I am not gonna complain, I guess. I just need to make sure that this is 90 meters. Oh, that guy up there did respawn. Hell yeah, come here. Okay, that was a little... And he's gone. Nope. Alright, let's exfil. With that in mind, we can... With that in mind, well, it's gonna be a little bit shorter, I suppose. All right, we've already gotten most of this already, so that's good. I don't know how to tell 90 meters. There's no real way to tell really. So I guess since it's gonna be the same thing, I'm gonna be doing the same thing for the next couple of rounds. I'm gonna do it until I'm either almost finished, and then I will see you then. Oh, cool. We got this one, so we don't really need to go for headshots anymore. Okay, fantastic. Okay, there we go. We got the what's it called? Finally got this this thing, which means we get to do the fun part now. Now, unfortunately, I for some reason lost my magazine. I still have one bullet, so I can maybe do like a double whammy headshot, I guess. All right, now we're out of the raid. Final thing left is kill 100 Phoenix while using 50 A or 50 PM GMO. And I think I kind of know what I intend to do. I believe this is... Yep. I think this would upset a lot of people. Let's do it a little closer. That'll do. So this is the loadout. 56 kilograms in of itself. Okay, I don't think we need these anymore. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna run into mall and we're gonna slay bodies. So yeah, I will catch you there. Alright, so right out the gate, I'm just going to use the big gun, cause big gun, big hard, I guess. Also, there's a chance we could get more bullets come. One more bullet in here. Come the challenge. It's the vault itself. All right, now we put it away, and we begin the spree. If you're asking me why I'm not going for headshots, it's because I'm lazy. Nothing more, nothing less. Really, do I really need to give a justification for not doing headshots? If it's not required if it's not required, does it really matter? I mean, unless you're just as good as I am, I guess. Like that shot over there. Man, why did I not bring any of those, whatchamacallit? Them's the Promadolls. You know, to be honest, like, what I'm doing right now isn't even technically special, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who before me have already gotten the Omega Secure Container. But the thing is that, this was a grind and a half for me specifically, mostly because this was the most painful grind of my life. So, just to preface what this grind was, initially what it was, the idea behind it was gonna be my final send-off to to the life I had before. Before I entered the working world, quote unquote. And you know, now that I'm getting unemployed, granted, being unemployed ended up being changed. It went from like a 3 day. It went from 3 days to 2 weeks, cause apparently there was a mix up. Apparently there was a mix up in the notice period to give. So what ended up happening was I was gonna quit tomorrow, but then it ended up I can only quit once next Thursday. So it's a bit of a shame, but nothing much can be done about it really, because technically my superior, which was the one who said 3 day notice, was the one who gave wrong information. It was actually clearly stated in my contract that I had to take a two week notice. So it couldn't really be debated, unfortunately. So oh well. It allows me to be stuck in this very unique position where I'm not trained enough to do any real work, but since they're not training me anymore to do this quote unquote real work, I'm not going to do anything anymore in my whole time there. Also, when I crashed, my alpha secure container got deleted along with it. It got given back to me eventually, but also apparently it deleted everything that was inside. I had like a whole row of key cards in there, and I guess it's gone now, which I guess I don't technically mind, because that just means I'll have to do fast in fast out mall runs instead, I suppose. Alright. Or at least until the ammunition runs out. And then the next one we will go even further beyond. Look at that, we're already at 30 strong. Obviously it's not gonna be as fast as when I was doing not as fast as when I was doing when I was running this place with the M243, but because I only have 7 bullets in each magazine after all, and I've decided to not bring as many, which has obviously inherently come to bite me in the booty. But if we take it 1 shot 1 kill, which is obviously not the case, it pretty much would equate to about 70 kills per raid, which once again is not what's actually happening right now, because I'm going for body shots and it's taking more shots to down them than expected, due to basically them wearing some pretty good armor. And apparently I made the right call to get rid of the Barrett ammunition first, because the Barrett ammunition was the heaviest, and therefore, you know, by process of natural elimination, it should have gone first. This guy is schmoving, and then he died to someone else. Are you serious? Last mag, make count. After this, we exfil, and then we gear up for yet another round. Well, I can guarantee you, at least this is not gonna take as long as the island one. Cause the island one we could only kill like 11 or 12 at a time. This is very, very different. Plus, we get to use a deagle. As always, we gotta bring the good old Rips charm with us. I miss you, old son. As always. Holy fuck! This guy wanted to give me a, well, I think the hawk tool. Is that still funny these days? I don't think it is. I mean, I personally didn't find it funny, but uh-oh. Give me that gun. Alright, exfil. We're out of everything. What do you have? Why do you not have a gun? Coward. Just in case. It's empty. Give me that gun. We don't need to fight you. I'm better than you! So, you know, we could go about this a bunch of different ways. We could do all Barrett, we could do full Barrett, we could do full Deagle. I'm doing a mix right now. I think what I'll do is for the next one I'll bring in an all Barrett, and Jesus Christ, my loadout's gonna be heavy. Well, this will be interesting. So I opted for, you know, this again as opposed to well, being sensible and using a scope. Mostly because I can do that, and it's easier to you know, focus on a target when you literally have to take less effort to ADS in. Already empty. Baka. I guess I brought in a not filled mag, one that I probably picked up from I don't know, maybe mall or something. I mean, the grind has been crazy these days. No telling how many you know, half mags I've taken so far. Alright, well, half dead and nothing to show for it. Let me guess, it's gonna, yep. I don't understand why that happens. Like, you're suddenly like fine, you get shot and everything, and then suddenly everything converts into damage elsewhere. It's a little weird, but then again, it's like, you know, there's a huge update, lots of bugs. You know, bugs are pretty common in Tabor, and it's not like it's necessarily it's not like they're all bad. It's just that some of them are worse. I mean, I would argue that one of the unhealthiest bugs, if we can call it that, was the movement speed bug, because it made everyone very comfortable with the idea of running at full speed, you know, at unnatural at a natural speeds, just so because of it, and it was in the game for so long that even I thought it was the regular speed, but it turns out that it was very much not the case. Oh, you motherfucker. I can tell you that every bullet equals a kill here unless you are like me and you fucking miss. I don't know where the aggression came from. I like how you can never tell when this gun is empty because it's always empty. If I just hold it in front of me like a gangster, there's no way I'll miss. Really? Survive a 50 cal. Now that's surprising. Then again. Then again, you know, it's less surprising. Now that I think about it, because he got shot in the arm. So maybe I can find a spare Barrett mag in here. Who goes there? Show thyself. They're upstairs, I think. I mean, the Barrett would be fun if you could still craft bullets for it. I'm gonna be honest, like, back in the day, and I didn't play around this time, so I'm not gonna act like I'm some veteran. I mean, I like watched the game when it was in like closed alpha, and Spectre was still a robot, and I'm still wishing they would bring that back. But back when, apparently, according to Stacks and a couple other like of the OG boys, apparently, if you try to craft 50 BMG, instead of you know, it producing like a box or something, it would spit out just one bullet. And I mean, technically that makes sense, but and I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's a fair way to you know, balance out you know, that kind of gun being with the ammo being so inherently destructive. It's a pretty good way of balancing it, you know, because if you could craft a box of 50, oh boy, that is that's what we call bat time simulator. I have another deagle, but I'll bring it just in case. We're in the home stretch now, by the way. 56 of 100, so that's at least 30, at least 2 more raids to go. Minimum, I guess. I'm starting to really dislike these stairs because every single time I get shot through these railings because the Fenix can see through them for some reason, and then I verge on death because you know, I try to fight people on those stairs. And you know, quite frankly, I've never actually used this many NRSs in my time before, as compared to this very moment in playing Mall. I mean, it's not really hard to imagine why. I mean the game is incredible. Has been the most fun it's ever been because of this entire mall thing. And it turns out that, what the fuck are you? You're a demon. feel like every time I shoot a bullet, I lose a kilogram. I mean, that's what it's been feeling like, at least. I mean, shit, when your loadout is so you know, over, when you have when Hawaii. Oh, hello, sir. It's very rare I've had to inject my shooting arm. How many bullets I got left? 3 plus 1 in the chamber. So that's 4 kills. So you can kind of see why I'm not really a huge, the biggest fan of this 50 cal thing, but I thought it would be fun to do anyways. Because I mean, you know, it's whatever. It's 50 if you were using this against players, they don't stand a chance. But at the end of the day, these guys are still just Phoenix, so they're gonna die either way. So what's this guy? SEAL Team 6. Ooh. But SEAL Team 6 can't stand against a bullet. The noggin. I believe, yep. These are all Fenix guards now, right? So they scary. Let's exfil rooftop, and then let's never touch this Barrett loadout again, because holy shit! Like, I mean, it was fun, kind of, but not something you touch again. Plus, you know, we only have 30 more kills, and I got like 30 kills with just the Deagle and one of these Barretts, so absolute cinema, I guess. All right, I'll see y'all in the last one. All right, so this is very well the very last video raid that we have to do for the entire wipe, because goddamn, I got the Omega secure container. What else do I need to play the game for, right? I do it just for a video and just to flex, I guess. That's my entire personality, is just to act like I'm a superior being to everyone. No, I'm joking. So it's just these containers is proof that, you know, that at the end of the day, I made it despite everything. Like, I took for granted the time that I had before I got the job, and then I proceeded to quit 5 weeks in, and then what's the resolution? I tried to quit sooner. They won't let me. Actually, it's crazy. They said that according to policy, if I don't work until my notice period, I would be forced to pay. I would be forced to pay money to I would be forced to pay money to HR in compensation for, you know, not following through with the amount of days that I should have put in notice for. So that was definitely something that we did not agree on, but once again, it was signed in my contract that shooting me from upstairs. Son of a bitch. emerging? Of course I am. Ah, fuck. Piece of shit. Okay, we're good. So yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's their choice if they want to keep me on, because I'll tell you what, they're not gonna stop giving me money just because I put in my resignation. They are still legally obligated to pay me for these 2 weeks that they are forcing me to stay here, which means that the money that they demand that they're gonna make me pay if I quit right now, I will actually be earning it I would actually be earning it if they instead opt to keep me, and all they had to do was just not do this, and then they wouldn't have to give me any more money than I already do. And once again, you know, I'm being put in this very, very unique position where I can only do some very basic things because I am not trained enough to do the real work that my job scope entails, but also, you know, not. But also, I'm not gonna be trained anymore because I'm leaving within 2 weeks anyways. So they're not going to make me do any. They're not gonna make me do any hands-on related things to my work because, as well, I'm gonna be leaving anyways. So why bother, right? But you know, at the end of the day, if they want to throw money away money away, that's kind of their problem. So I'm more than happy to take like the 2 weeks of free wages while I basically sit on my ass and do the stuff that I actually that is either basically just doing nothing or just you know, like stuff that I have no problem doing. And once again, they are well within their means to just fire me right now and not have to pay me, but their loss. I mean, they are a hospital, so they must have a lot of disposable income from the government, right? One should imagine that a hospital be well equipped with money, especially considering like the amount of subsidiaries that that they give. They quite frankly give away hundreds of thousands of dollars just because it's a government subsidized hospital. So I mean, I think I can kind of talk about this. If I don't, then I'll probably edit this part out. But certain consultations and stuff can go up to like $1,000, and I mean, if you're not you know, covered by proxy of being a citizen of the country or anything, then you would be kind of forced to basically pay in full. And I've seen some go for like 1,000, and on the other hand, I've also seen some go from like literally like $900 to zero, just because the subsidiaries were just that Alright, well, we are at the final stretch. You know, I feel like I should be more excited about this, but you guys know me. I'm not one to get like overly excited unless it's like a spontaneous, unexpected moment. And to be honest, let's be honest, we all expected this to happen. I mean, once again, I'm very fortunate that that wipe event happened, and by proxy, it allowed me to basically farm like I could never farm before. So once again, I'm very lucky that this is the particular wipe event that they chose. If they chose anything along the likes of like, you know, um, just giving everyone like 5 million karunas, or well, they did eventually allow everyone to buy you know, stuff regardless, everything in the market regardless of their level, which is great, which is always a welcome thing. But if they had reset everyone to 1, then and the thing got cancelled, which I guess is why they didn't do it, I would have been molding. Yeah. I think it's just that, you know, just because I stayed in mall for like 20 minutes, and with one of the assault rifles, and as a result I could get as high as 150k XP per raid. You know, it really expedited the farming process, in which I completely lost due to you know, trying to level up Hannah and doing the complete 10 raids without killing or dying. Which, I mean, it did give a lot of XP, but at the end of the day, it also really heavily punished me in terms of the XP department, which ended up being, you know, my one thing that ended up me not being able to. The farm in time if the wipe event wasn't what it was. So once again, all right, last kill. Let's go. Who's it gonna be? 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 Let's go! Finally. Just like that, we have everything done. I will see you in the bunker. All right, and here we are at the end. You know, it's almost melancholic that we kind of beat Ghost of Tabor, right? Because the Omega Secure container here is the last thing that you can get. So look at that. Took 2 days to get it. This mission specifically, and that's mostly because you know, I had no time, but we did it. We are at the end game, so let's not waste any time, and let's go get our prize. There it is, the Omega Secure container in all its glory. Anticlimactically, this is now mine. This thing, don't need that anymore. This is now my baby. And I'm only gonna have it for 2 days, because the wipe is happening around then. The Omega Secure container. We finally did it. Once again, I wish I could be more enthusiastic about this, but apparently my hand is spazzing out, and you know, I'm not one to sugarcoat things. So, what can you fit in here? Well, you can fit a gun in. You ever see like one of those movies where they're like hiding the gun in the case like this, and then you just oh shit. Yeah. To be honest, its functionality in PvE is really worthless, but still we got it, and you will proceed to the wipe. But at least now I can die knowing that I can do the exact same thing that I did not even a joke. Like, I typically don't tend to harp on, you know, all my achievements, but you guys motivated me to play this game, to play this game, because you guys were there with me every step of the way. And I know it sounds cringy as hell, but that is just the truth. I would have never played Tabor this much, and I never have played Tabor this much, except for the previous wipe and this wipe. Just because you guys were there to support me throughout everything, and I hope you guys will continue to support me, because once the wipe ends, obviously I'm not going anywhere. I obviously won't be I won't have a much presence around the start of the wipe, even though I wish to, but since I would be still employed by then, unlike what was intended of me, what was the intended you know, job firing time, but I mean, since I'm gonna be unemployed very soon again, we can take a little break to actually play more Tabor again, and I hope all of you will be there with me. And I know I'm sounding really cringy as hell, but I try to be a good YouTuber, and sometimes I fall very far short of that designation. But every single one of your supports, no matter how minuscule, even if it's a lurk, a chat in my life, or even like a YouTube like or anything like that, I really appreciate it, because I really want to make this job, or I really want to make YouTubing my career, because I went into the medical sector and I was unhappy. You know, I haven't found my calling as much as I did YouTubing, and that's very presumptuous of me to say as a man with only 400 subscribers at the moment. But it's with the efforts of you guys that I could get that much in the first place. So yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all when the wipe happens, and hopefully this is to many more memories. Raise Hail, Praise Dale, and burn down Applebee's. Bye bye.